And here you see the process of the plastic extraction on Cham Island. It's a relatively simple process where we don't discriminate against any plastic. The plastic bottles are traded, so they are separated out from the rest of the plastic material, and everything else is just put into the containers and then brought into the bins. As you can see here, you have the plastic bottles, and this is actually the ReForm waste. We do use the crates, and we use any type of packaging, plastic bags. We see a lot of coffee and noodle packages. All of this is usable and will be processed into boards, and it's directly extracted from the mixed waste. And of course we are hoping that we'll have a better source separation as the projects on Cham Island. Okay, so what we do here in the factory is we're getting waste from a lot of different sources. Now, primarily this is a Cham Island project. We are now collecting around 75% of Cham Island plastic waste, and that comes in by boat, and we sort through it, separate by different types for the different material compositions, and use it in the boards. But because it is relatively low in quantity, we are also getting waste from other sources. For example, this waste is probably the hardest waste to process. It actually comes from a paper factory, a paper recycling factory, and is a lot of tape and some residual plastic that we're using, but we really need to wash it. However, it's a good filler material, and we're obtaining all of this for free. We just pay the transport cost. So this is one source where we can get unlimited volume basically, and we're mixing it in with other materials. Now, other materials come from the landfill and from the Hoi An Public Works site, which is mostly plastic bags, wrappers, films, all in a quality that doesn't allow for it to be sold, and we give it a new life. But we are also running direct circular programs with schools and businesses around Hoi An, where they collect for us, and the material is much, much cleaner. And as you can see, we don't discriminate against any material. We're using the composite materials, we're using all types of packaging, films, mostly films. We're using sachets, which is a big problem in the market because no one can process it. The first stage of our production is actually the sorting of the different material and getting it ready to be processed. Once we have it sorted, it will be put into onto the conveyor belt, so it can go up into the shredder, where it gets cut into little pieces. This is also where the first washing process starts, because it's a wet shredder. After the wet shredding process, it gets transported into the washing basin. In the washing basin, we have a more in-depth cleaning process with rotors. After the washing process, it gets spin dried in a centrifuge before it's blown out as flakes into our silos, where we collect the pre-processed clean material. We really want to thank our donors. We were fortunate enough to have a few different donors throughout the different stages of the project realization. But by ourselves, it wouldn't have been possible. So thank you very much, IUCN, for your contribution to this program, and MARPLASTIC in particular. We can't thank you enough.